If you have ever said, I'm too tired for sex, this one is for you today. There is a reason that I'm too tired is the most common reason women give as to why they don't want sex. And it's not because we're making excuses or don't want connection or don't love our partners. And we're going to talk about what's going on and what to do with that today. So to start, let me know if this feels familiar. It's 8:45 p.m. It's a Wednesday night, halfway through the week. You finally sit down after going all day long. You've been on all day from one thing to another, but you're sitting down, the dishes are done, lunch is prepped for tomorrow, your work emails are answered, or the rest can wait. You're finally done, right? You finally get to crawl into bed and it feels so good to stretch out your legs between the sheets and feel how soft they are and relax those tense muscles. And then your husband crawls into bed next to you and he rolls over to you to spoon, which could be innocent cuddles, but it also could be a sign that he wants more. And in that moment, the thought of sex feels as appealing to you as running a marathon. You want it, you want connection, but at the end of the day, you've got nothing left to give. There's no gas in the tank. So here's the thing we know from research. So I want to suspend the judgments that might be coming out for you. What we know from research that shows fatigue doesn't just make sex less appealing because you're tired, it biologically suppresses your arousal hormones at the source. And we also know from research that women are more sensitive to this system than men are. So when this happens, when you are fatigued, your sex drive literally cannot kick on. It can't kick on. Your arousal hormones cannot fire. So you're not lazy. It's not that you're not trying hard enough. It's not that you're gatekeeping sex. It's that your system has certain needs first so that it can run optimally. So the good news is that when you address the energy depletion strategically, you're not going to just feel more well rested and patient and like a more loving person, all the things that come when we are not so exhausted. You're directly going to increase your body's capacity for desire and pleasure. There is a direct link. How fun is that? Fun when it's working well, not fun when it's not. So, if you have ever felt like this, or if you are somebody that's like, yeah, I feel exhausted and fatigued and tired out a lot, here are three of my favorite transformational tips that you can try this week that will take you less than 30 seconds because you're already exhausted, right? We don't want to add more to the never-ending to-do list. So, number one, lower the temperature in your bedroom by 2 degrees. The reason sounds very simple, right? But the reason that this works is because your body temperature needs to drop to trigger the onset of sleep. So a colder environment makes that easier. Number two, start lowering, turning down, or turning off lights that you don't need 2 hours before bed. Because a darker light or a darker environment signals to your body that it's nighttime and it's sleep time, and it starts releasing melatonin earlier, which makes falling asleep and staying asleep easier. And number three, it might feel opposite because it's a morning tip, but don't drink caffeine for at least an hour after you wake up. The morning is what sets us up for a good night's sleep. And when you first wake up and drink caffeine first thing in the morning, it inhibits your body's natural wakeful hormones that naturally help you feel awake. So you need to drink more coffee and it affects you the following night. And then it becomes a really negative feedback loop where you need more and more coffee and sleep is harder and harder. We don't want that. So just an hour. I'm not saying don't drink any caffeine, just delay it a little bit to give your body time to release those hormones naturally, then drink the coffee. Then it's like a 1-2 punch for you with energizing feelings. The women in my program who implement these targeted like energy management techniques report so many changes. They have reduced resentment around intimacy, which is a big one if you have ever struggled with this. They have increased physical sensitivity and responsiveness. They don't have to try harder. There are just shifts in the body that make this easier. There's more mental bandwidth for connection and presence because they literally have more energy, right? All of this on top of just not feeling so exhausted all the time and finally feeling more like themselves again. I mean, imagine ending your day with enough energy to not just collapse into bed because you made it through, but actually enjoy a connection with your partner. Sex or no sex, that reality is a lot closer than you think when you understand how to work with your body's energy systems and not against them. So comment below, let me know which one you're going to try first, and then actually try it because these tips are only helpful if you actually use them. So actually try it this week and enjoy the results. I'll see you next time.